Flyers Weekly, and we are so excited to talk with Ethan Sassine. It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
As we are into the soccer season, and my first question to you, as a goal scorer, flying header or catching one sweet with the feet?
Yeah, no, flying header is definitely it's definitely a cool goal to score, but I'll take catching it right off the boot cleanly any day. So.
Dayton, they play such a fast brand of soccer, and I think it's kind of interesting for your situation because you started in your home state of Georgia, and then after 2 years at Georgia State, you come to Dayton, and it was actually Dayton's speed that sort of drew you here to the Gem City.
Yeah, it was. No, it's kind of being a striker. The most attractive thing is a team that can score goals, and during the recruiting process, when I was kind of deciding on where I wanted to land next, Dayton stood out to me because they're top 5 in shots per season, they're top 5 in chances created, and kind of like I said, being a striker, you want to be in a place that's going to put you in those opportunities to score goals, and that's kind of why I ended up here at Dayton.
And then you come here last season, you fit right in, and 8 goals for 2024. I think it is sort of surprising, though, because of what you're maybe accustomed to of playing up top and getting those chances and scoring goals, but those goals were coming from everyone. How much fun is it to play with that speed, but also that balance?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Obviously, when you have 5 or more guys on the team scoring 8 goals a year, it's not really precedented in college soccer. So that's kind of what made it exciting. It's any given day there could be a guy there's a different guy who's kind of scoring. So maybe when someone's not having the best game, you know that someone's going to step up and there's going to be goals on that given day. So that's kind of what made it exciting is you never know where they're going to come from, but you kind of know they're going to come from somewhere.
Do you have a favorite goal in the Dayton jersey?
Yeah, I'd have to say it's definitely the second goal against Michigan in the second round of the tournament. That was a historic game, kind of pushed us to that third round, never been there. But yeah, once that second goal kind of came in, it was nerves kind of relaxed a little bit, knowing that we were kind of ahead a good bit and that we would see that next round of the tournament.
Are all goals celebrated equally?
I'd say so. Or actually, it depends. If you're down, obviously, it's a little harder to celebrate some goals. But scoring goals is always the main goal when you're playing. It's how you win games. So yeah, I'd say they are celebrated.
You guys have fun when it comes to that goal and celebrating with your fans. You mentioned your favorite last year and being able to find the back of the net against Michigan not once but twice, and that second goal in that atmosphere. I mean, just a packed Beaujon.
Yeah.
What is that feeling like when you finally have connected and been able to break through?
Yeah, it was honestly like the coolest game I've ever played in, with how many people showed up in November, how cold it was. But yeah, coming here, I didn't really know the community. I didn't really have a feel to the community of Dayton, and then kind of coming here, playing a game on Beaujon, and then really feeling the crowd and feeling the atmosphere was one of the best feelings I've ever felt. So.
Well, your team is so much fun to watch, and this year you're back at it, and we're hoping for a big October. Another thing that's mentioned outside of the offense, I think, when highlighting Dayton soccer is that international feel. But I think for you, and sort of your background, that was something that you sort of came into that you were used to.
Yeah. No, I have kind of family all over the world, really, and obviously coming from Lebanese parents, it's no short of kind of culture all over my life. So coming here and seeing how many international guys there were, it was not only my job to kind of make them feel welcome and help them come here, but it's cool to see that you get to meet people from all over the world and different cultures, and that's kind of what makes coming here exciting, and it really is what bonds us and forms us at the end of the day.
Talking about that bond, I'm always fascinated to ask about food.
Yeah.
You probably get to experience some pretty good eats.
Yeah, I do. I'm lucky enough to kind of grow up with that Lebanese cuisine. So growing up, food was amazing. My mom would always cook. And then coming here, I miss it a little bit, but she'll be up in a couple of weeks. So
What's the number one request that you always ask for, and mom bringing you some good food?
yeah, no, I like tabbouleh a lot. It's kind of like a Lebanese salad. And then some just like specific meat dishes are pretty good.
Now, does that help you out on the field?
It does, yeah. It's healthy. It's healthy, so I think I can have as much as I want of it.
All right, let's focus our attention back on the field because you're going to be graduating in December.
Yep.
And you're hoping to continue to play soccer, and what we've seen here in a run of Flyers making their way to the next level.
Yeah. Obviously, transferring here, that was the kind of goal and the ambition, is to be somewhere in the national spotlight where I could get to that next level. And they do such a great job here, the coaching staff and the program as a whole, of getting guys in that national spotlight and getting guys to where they need to be at the next level. And we've seen it. I think we've had over the last 6 to 8 years, there's been a guy drafted every year. So that's always exciting, and obviously the goal is for everyone to come here is to get drafted. So
I want to talk about your teammates from last season, and Joseph Meltaquia and then Genny Kenyani, because those were the two that were selected for the MLS in last year's draft. You still get to keep up with those guys at all?
Yeah, I do. Genny was my roommate last year, so we keep in contact a good bit, and Melto as well. He's kind of doing his thing up in Toronto, so it's a little cold up there. But.
Now, I mentioned the Georgia connection. You grew up in the Peach State, and it's kind of cool because sort of a part in your childhood, late on, Atlanta comes on board and talking about the MLS.
Yeah.
What was that like as a youngster playing soccer and then finally getting a hometown team?
Yeah, of course. No, it was super exciting when they kind of announced that they were bringing. We've had professional teams in the past, but they haven't really worked out. And then they wanted to bring one to the MLS, and the love for soccer in the South is just you wouldn't imagine how much passion there is for soccer, but it's really there. So yeah, it's super cool to have a team to kind of really support and really have a passion for, because you're from that given place. And then later on, Charlotte came and Nashville came, so it really became just the South loving soccer, and they're bringing the World Cup there next year. So it's kind of really exciting. There's so much buzz around it, and it's just going to grow from here.
Well, we've loved watching you out at Beaujon, and we look forward to watching you here this month. And Ethan, thank you so much. Congratulations looking ahead towards December, and best of luck coming home.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.